Hello and welcome back to 11th Moon Weekly. You know, the very first game I ever played was Super Mario Bros. For the NES when I was 5 years old. And now, 20 years later, I return to the Mushroom Kingdom. But this time, I have backup.
Mario?
New Super Mario Bros. U starts off at a party in the Mushroom Kingdom castle. Unfortunately, Bowser and the Koopalings show up, and by using a giant mechanical hand, grab Mario, Luigi, and the two Toads and fling them far away from the castle. The adventure is on to rescue Princess Peach. Again.
This game once again brings Mario to the side-scrolling world of the Mushroom Kingdom. Along with his brother Luigi and two Toads, you follow Mario through the various and quite unique 8 worlds. As you beat each level within a world, a new path will be revealed allowing you to progress in your journey. What is disappointing is the fact that you have Mario and Luigi to play as, but they still have those 2 random Toads they brought over from Super Mario Bros. Wii. Why couldn't we have other characters to enjoy and play as? Why can't Peach and Daisy be the other 2? There's just so much you can do with that, and there's nothing wrong with the girls being in it. Let's just throw Toad up in that castle. You hear that, Bowser? The princess is in another castle, and she's coming to whoop your ass!
You could throw Wario and Waluigi in there and create a fun and unique storyline as to why they had to work together. Hell, give them a princess! It's not like the good and bad guys haven't worked together in this universe before. Bowser joins up with Mario and the gang in Super Mario RPG, and they all play golf and tennis with each other on the weekends.
Mario's move to HD was long overdue, but well worth the wait. Nintendo delivered with truly spectacular visuals. From head to toe, the game looks amazing. What really drew me in was the attention to detail in the backgrounds. Each level has its own unique qualities, but all are visually stunning. This is especially apparent on levels like Painted Swampland, Prickly Goombas, and Waterspout Beach. I've never found myself so impressed with the backgrounds of a Mario game.
I can vouch for Brian on this. There was hardly a level he wasn't taking the time to admire the background. Even during the boss battles, Brian was pointing out that each Koopaling's lair had reflections of their personality and world design.
And the foreground was equally amazing, with the careful polish of the landscape and the character models. Take a look at Dragon Eel's undersea grotto. Both Mario and the enemies look like they're really underwater. You can even see the sunlight shimmer on the characters. This is the attention to detail that I was talking about that made this game so aesthetically pleasing.
The music and audio is what you would expect from a Mario game. It's the sound you've heard your entire life. Some of the songs are throwbacks to earlier things, like Star Road. And some of the other music is created solely for this game. But I think there was something stolen. If you've played a side-scrolling Mario before, then you know the basics. You move left or right, you jump on enemies, you save the princess. But if you haven't played New Super Mario Bros. Wii, then you might be in for a bit of a surprise. The gameplay is very much like Super Mario Bros. Wii. You have the option of playing as Mario, Luigi, and the two Toads in the always chaotic 4-player co-op mode, or scaling your numbers down until it is just you taking on Bowser by yourself. There is the option to add an additional 5th player with boost mode, but we'll get to that later. As you play, you'll come across a variety of power-ups to help you on your journey. Some are the classics that you always see, but there are some fun new additions, like the Flying Squirrel suit. This suit allows you to glide after you have jumped into the air, and just with a simple flick of the wrist, you can boost and get a little bit more altitude before you wing your way back down to the ground. You can also cling to walls for a short time, and I found this feature useful in a unique way. If you haven't used your boost yet and you cling to a wall, you can use it without jumping off the wall, boosting yourself straight up into the air to get to a hard-to-reach area.
Wait, the what?
Flying squirrel suit?
Craig, we never called it the flying squirrel suit. Tell them what you really called it.
The bat suit.
One of the more disappointing features of this game is the Yoshis. There's actually 4 different types, and only 3 of which are useful. And beyond that, only 1 is even necessary. Regular Yoshi operates the same way he has in every other game, but you can only keep him for just that one level. Pink Baby Yoshi allows you to float and is more useful than the other Yoshis, but you constantly have to hold the 1 button the entire time you had him, and if you ever let it go, he'd go flying. Also, the inability to quickly deflate him while floating in the air was frustrating. The yellow Yoshis were by far the most helpful with their ability to light up the dark ghost houses, but were a pain due to constantly having to shake the controller to relight them. Once you shook them, they should have stayed lit for a much longer time, or at least until you went to a new area. And finally, the blue Yoshi, who are by far the most useless Yoshi in the game. I purposely pass by them even when given the opportunity to use them. While carrying them, you can shake your controller to spit bubbles, which only go a short range and would entrap your enemies and turn them into coins. This was essentially useless. The game already has an overabundance of coins. The only useful feature is to run into enemies while holding Blue Baby Yoshi, because he would eat them. It isn't like this even made him special. All Baby Yoshis can do this, and his older brother can even spit the enemies back out as projectiles. Eat it, Yoshi!
Eat it, Yoshi! This game really isn't that hard, especially if you're a Mario veteran. Except for a couple levels, you're going to have virtually no problem with any world in this entire game. I mean, look at the stats Brian and I accrued over just the first world. There are so many coins and so many one-up opportunities. You're only going to probably need about 2 or 3 tries at a level. Now, we're not saying it's not fun, but you really probably won't find yourself in a world for more than 30 minutes.
Now, there are 2 ways to play this game. The first is with this, the Wii U gamepad. Now, the Wii U gamepad is really neat because it allows you to play the game without actually even looking at the TV. And that's a really cool feature. But the second way is with this, the Wii Mode. Now, you're going to need to use this if you're going to be playing multiplayer. To move around, you use the D-pad. To sprint/pick up things, you can use the 1 button, and the 2 button allows you to jump. The last thing is you need to learn how to shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it like Craig, what do you shake it like?
Like a Polaroid picture. Here we go. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
My only complaint with this game's controls is the fact that I cannot use a Pro controller. I don't like having to shake my controller. I'd rather have a button, and the Pro controller would have given me an option for that. Unfortunately, the Pro controller is not compatible with this game.
My problems with the controls were a little bit different. First off, I didn't play a lot of Super Mario Bros. Wii, so the transition from the NES and SNES to New Super Mario Bros. U, the characters felt a little floaty. I would hang up in the air a little bit longer, and I didn't feel like I stopped when I wanted to. But that wasn't my main problem. My main problem was the inability to crouch while jumping. Yes, you can start a crouch and then jump while crouched, but you cannot start your crouch while already jumping. I would try and do it a couple times to try and avoid a spike or an enemy, and I'd end up ground pounding into oblivion. This also could have been saved by just letting us use the Pro controller.
The newest thing New Super Mario Bros. U brings to the table is Boost Mode. Boost Mode allows a potential player to join in the action in more of a support role. This is accomplished by the player using the new Wii U's gamepad controller. The player has the ability to create blocks whenever he or she taps the gamepad. You can halt enemies or even affect the environment. This brings a whole new dynamic to the way you approach enemies, levels, and the overall play of the game. A Boost Mode player can make or break your team. If they're good, they can help you to get to hard-to-reach areas. Or if they're not so good, they can place a block over your head and trap you in a hole. This is a great idea. This can bring another player into the game, especially those who are not interested in platforming. The player can also build up a star meter that once filled can kill enemies, adding another dynamic to the game.
For those of you going to be playing on the Wii U's gamepad, don't think you're going to be slighted on visuals. This little pad looks amazing. It's going to be comparable to the HD TV your buddies are playing on. Brian and I were fortunate enough to have some very skilled Boost Mode players with us, and we flew through a handful of levels. But Brian and I, wanting a challenge, forewent Boost mode. And God, did we regret it come Star Road.
To fully play Star Road, you have to collect all the star coins hidden throughout the 8 worlds. We did this. We beat the game, we found all the hidden levels, we collected every star coin, and then proceeded to Star Road, where we ultimately found Run For It. Run For It is a level where you have to continually hit buttons to turn coins into bricks to give you a platform to run on. Had we used Boost Mode or P-Wings, this would have been a snap. But as we mentioned, we like a challenge. We played this level for a couple hours straight, continually improving our tactics in an effort to not only beat it, but collect all 3 star coins. At approximately 2 in the morning, when this goal was accomplished, tears of joy were shed, confetti rained from the sky, and a flock of doves was released outside of our apartment. Although it was the most challenging level in the game by far, it was the most entertaining. Star Road featured another challenging level that was also entertaining, but it was nowhere near as exhilarating as hearing that countdown timer tick.
There are minigames and other game modes within New Super Mario Bros. U. One of them being Nabbit. Nabbit steals from Toad. Toad asks you to get his stuff back for him. When you do, he rewards you with something equivalent of a P-Wing. Unlike in other Mario games, the Mushroom and Extra Life House make you work for your prize, testing you in your memory and your reaction time. Outside of story mode, there is also a Play With Me section where you can take your Mii into challenge mode, boost rush mode, and coin battle. They are fun ways to take a break and challenge yourself in time trials, cooperatively beating levels as fast as possible, and battling competitively over coins. Another small thing that I really liked was the Secret Island, which held what I called the Stat House. This hut holds a bunch of stats that aren't really helpful, but they're a lot of fun to look at.
My absolute biggest complaint with this entire game is the fact that it does not let you know how close you are to finishing it. It lets you know how many star coins you have, but it does not tell you where all the secret exits are. Now I'm not looking for a handout. I don't need it to tell me exactly what level it's in, but at least narrow it down to a specific world. Having to search through 8 different worlds that contain dozens of levels is just maddening when you're trying to find one exit that you're missing. Now we did this. We found all the coins and all the secret levels for it, but unfortunately, it didn't give you too much afterward. It just gave you a pat on the back through a text little thing saying congratulations, and really that's about it. I would have preferred a different type of mode or something, maybe like a mirror mode where you run right to left instead or something, but it gave us nothing. It's just really kind of a letdown.
Now, I had a bit more of a problem with the lack of a completion bonus than Brian did. I wish they would have done what other companies are doing now and created a new Game Plus mode. That doesn't mean I want them to completely disband their creativity. I don't want that. I don't want them jumping on bandwagons just because other companies are being successful with other things. But being the fact that they have done this before in the first Super Mario Bros., I thought they could revisit this. See, all they really had to do was create their new Game Plus mode again. Maybe go through and make the enemies tougher, make less power-ups, change the star coin locations into harder to reach or harder to locate. That's all they really had to do. Hell, you know what they could have done? They could have allowed me to play as my Mii through the whole story mode. Or even just let me not play as Mario. What if I wanted to play as Luigi and nobody else? Or a Toad, the yellow or the blue? It doesn't matter. That would have been great. It would have given me a little bit more hype to, hey, I get to go through and play this game again. I would have really loved that.
New Super Mario Bros. U is a lot of fun. If you're new to gaming, it's a great one to cut your teeth on. And if you're a Mario veteran, it's a non-miss. I give it 4 brains out of 5.
I also really enjoyed my time on this Mario game. I'm not like a big Mario fan, and I kept wanting to come back and play this game. Granted, a little bit of that was because of Run For It, but I still really love this game. It was a ton of fun. It's the most fun I've had in a Mario game in a long time. I'm also going to give it 4 out of 5.
Seriously?
Yeah.
2 out of 5, right? He said 2 out of 5 is what he's gonna give it.
No, 4 out of 5. I'm giving it a 4 out of 5.
You're seriously giving it?
I'm dead serious.
This is an 11th Moon first. We have never agreed on any of the ratings that we've done, aside from Psych. Psych is the only thing that we've ever agreed on.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'm dead serious.
Okay then, I guess that means that the 11th Moon rating is 4 out of 5. Seriously.
I liked it.
This is amazing.
I had a lot of fun with it. I really did.
I'm in shock right now, guys. I'm sorry. You don't get it. We don't agree like on like half the stuff we. Wow.
Half. We don't agree on anything.
Okay. Yeah.
It's every single time. It's one of us going, really?
Yeah.
Really? I'm like, you gave that a 4? And Brian's sitting there going,
usually
like,
he thinks I'm too generous, and I think he's too strict. So,
yeah.
Well, hey. Awesome. Okay, well.
It was a lot of fun. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us this week, and thank you for hanging with us while we went through and we did our little bit of obsessively unfocused for the month or two that we did that. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us through that time. So we're really looking forward to bringing you guys new Obsessively Unfocused, bringing you guys new 11th Moon Weeklies every week. We're extremely excited about this.
Very excited. Yeah, we're definitely going to be working extra hard for you guys here in 2013.
Yeah. So, talking about 2013, here's the question of the week for you guys. What is your resolution? Now, if it's really personal, don't say it. I don't think we really need to go into that. But like, do you have a resolution that you would like to get out there?
Yeah.
That you'd like to say, you know,
anything. It could be something fun. It doesn't, a lot of people always go along the lines of, oh, I'm going to work out more or whatever else, but I mean, you can have a resolution about anything. I know my personal resolution this year is to do a couple things. Number one, film a lot more. That has been my resolution on that one. And also have more adventures. And, have more adventures and film them and bring them to you guys. So
that's pretty much right along the lines of where my my resolutions are. I've got one other one. I'm wanting to cut down on some weight. Personally, I'm starting to do that. But outside of that, I'm really wanting to film more, bring you guys higher quality stuff to your guys' eye holes. So you guys are really excited. We want everything to look
technical term.
We want things to look good, sound good. We want to bring you the highest quality possible stuff that we can. So.
Yes. Yeah, you want to see all this in HD.
HD.
HD. Yes.
Yes.
Anyway. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it, and we will see you very soon.
Be sure to subscribe, like us here and on Facebook. Leave a comment down below and follow us on Twitter. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week. Except for a few levels, you're gonna
Except for a few levels,
boss. 3 a.m. dude. Let's just get this done.
We got this. This is the one. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
All right. Let's do this.
All right, yeah. You take the fire. That's fine.
I get the fire. You hit the switch.
Done. Oh shit. Shit. As I said, restart time again. Bubbles. Super bubble.
I think that we're going to. Shit! I couldn't crouch it.
God dang it! Hearing that countdown timer click. Click!
You can't read. It's funny.